We're
And
live.
we're live. Welcome to the new Talk About It Tuesday live chat. I am with it enough this week to know that A, it's Tuesday, B, I had a live chat. Life has been a little crazy for
Yeah.
both Janice and I.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
she has some lovely, lovely news.
I
Um,
do. I have a new granddaughter. That was part of why Nancy and I were both kind of not with it last week. Is she was used to doing it on Friday, and it was like, oops, I can't do it on Friday because I've got this the greenhouse stuff to do. And last Friday, my daughter was well, actually, it was the week before last on the 26th. My daughter was due to have a C-section on. She was scheduled for a C-section on Tuesday the 30th, and woke up Friday morning, and oops, she decided to come a couple of days early. And so that was a lot of fun. So I spent all weekend at the hospital, and they did still do the C-section. But Sunday, when she was scheduled to go home, we started to pack her up, and her 3-year-old son, my 3-year-old grandson, was running 104 fever. So we couldn't take her home to be with him. So he stayed home with his daddy until he was better, and she came home with me, which is I had a baby Tuesday instead of being able to do live chat. So, but everybody's healthy and fine and home now, and she's adorable, and it's it's really nice. She says she loves having both of them. So,
Oh, I bet she does, and that is, like, such super news. Congratulations.
mm,
Uh, Babies are lovely.
they are, especially when they're not yours. I love
Well,
being a grandparent. I would have loved to have been able to bypass the whole having to have children to have grandchildren process. But yes, children are our grandchildren are our reward for not smothering our teenagers in their sleep.
this is true. This is so, so, so true. So craziness runs on all sides of the fence.
Yep.
It the greenhouse has been like out of control, and open house is Saturday for just in time for Mother's Day weekend. So you can imagine the preparation that has gone into that, um, and that still isn't quite done yet. Last week, I went down. I worked half a day here at the normal whatever software biz. I got down there about 1:30, and I was down there Wednesday afternoon, all day Thursday, all day Friday, most of the day on Saturday, and most of the day on Sunday. And I will tell you, yesterday, it felt really good to sit here and put my aching body into this nice, comfy office chair with lumbar support. And eh, here it is, Tuesday again, and I am going to be doing the same run this week. Wednesday afternoon, all day Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday. And I think Saturday, Crystal and I are going to start at, okay, everybody, 5 o'clock in the morning.
You're a better woman than I am.
Well, she opens the door to the public at 8 a.m. And, all of those little babies need a drink in the morning.
Yep.
And let me tell you, that greenhouse is just so overflowing. I said to her that we needed to put either a second story on the greenhouse, or we needed to make hammocks because the tables were so full we needed to go up.
Well, a lot of that stuff's going to be gone this weekend. So,
I hope.
Hey, I'm going to buy plants this weekend. I've got my landscaping guy to come out and clean up my flower beds, and there are two hooks on the front of my house. I got two windows facing the street, and there are two hooks underneath them. And this weekend, I'm going to go and buy some hanging baskets, probably just petunias because they do really well in full sunlight, and hang them from those hooks. So I'll be out buying plants this weekend. We're hoping that your stuff's gone.
We just being up here, we don't really dare plant until after the 1st of June.
Mother's Day is the rule of thumb here. So I'm not planting anything in the gardens because this is a rental house, but I have a beautiful azalea that's about to bloom.
Oh,
And
nice.
but I am gonna put hanging baskets out because I've got those hooks. It'll look nice. I have to power wash the house too, but I'll do that sometime this weekend as well.
Get some of them children that you didn't smother in.
They're going to be lawn mowing my lawn mowers after the landscaping guy gets finished with the gardens and the lawn this week. They're going to, yes, but yeah, no, I think, well, yeah, one of them, he's not really mine. I kind of adopted him. He's going to come over and help me pressure wash the house. And that beautiful fireplace that we've got in the backyard too is kind of mossy, so we're going to clean that as well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So the other piece of news, and I know some of you saw this in the group, but the doors are going to be opening soon on the how to design a bookkeeping system for your handmade or creative biz. I decided that it was something that needed to be done. I just have it in waiting list right now. Um, as long as life doesn't get any crazier than it is already, and it really should slow down after this weekend. The course should go live end of June. I'm giving myself some leeway just in case the crazy decides to stick around a little bit. But there's going to be a significant discount for members of this group when I do open the doors. But I'm going to be really upfront, and I'm going to say for the initial launch, I am not taking any more than 25 people.
That many? Huh?
Hey, go big, go broke, go home, you know?
I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be more like 10, but yeah, 25. Okay.
And I might become a chicken shit and say I'm not going to take any more than 10. But for right now, I'm thinking no more than 25. This will be the initial launch. You'll have anybody who signs up for this has lifetime access. So anytime I update the course, they can still go in. They can access the new content. I'm not looking to make a ton of money on this. I realize everybody is out there. You're starting a business.
Sure.
You don't have the $2,000 that a lot of people want for a course, and nor or a grand. So this initial launch, you get in on that ground floor, you're going to get in very cheap, and you're going to have lifetime access, and you can help me make this course better. And I kind of do feel like I'm maybe biting off a little more than I can chew, because probably most people are going to want to use Excel. And
Yeah.
I'm going to be really honest. I am probably going to stumble and cuss like crazy in the Excel piece, because I am very much software. Software, all of that math is programmed in there.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't have to have a bazillion tabs at the bottom of this whole spreadsheet. So you know, it kind of depends. But that's the game plan for now. So you can go to that link that's in the group. You can actually get on the waiting list, and you know, I'll keep you posted, and like I will let you guys know here in the group what that discount code is going to be the closer we get to probably end of the first week of June. So yeah, lots and lots of things going on. Craziness, but yeah, you know, go big, go broke, go home.
Yep. Yep.
You know, there's no such thing as a perfect time to do this. There's no such thing as a perfect course, because if you wait until everything is perfect, you're never going to get anything done.
Yep.
So it's just, you know, let's do it. I've been farting around with this idea for God, I think now year and a half, maybe,
Yeah.
might be even more than that.
Yeah.
And you know, delay, you know, waiting for that perfect time, blah blah blah. You know, and it's like the more crap that I read on the internet, the more
Frustrated.
wound up, frustrated I get, and it's like, you know, it, it, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. You know, people who follow and I'm not going to name names. I could, trust me, I could, but I won't. But you know, if you ever read anything by somebody who's offering bookkeeping advice and you scratch your head and say, this sounds a little hokey, go with that gut instinct, because
if it seems too good to be true, it probably is.
yes, 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 yes. So that's kind of just like a little catch up. We are going to be on this Tuesday schedule from now on, only because my Fridays, I don't know how long they're going to be tied up. Thursday and Friday are definitely my days at the greenhouse. So we
Hey,
can,
as long as I'm here in this office, I can pretty much, well, except for Wednesdays. I couldn't do it on Wednesdays because that's my late morning into the office.
yeah, and Wednesday's my last half day here. So I try and get everything all squared away before I leave my husband with the office. So yeah, just try and get that going. So I can't believe all the things that people are working on in the group. I just got to give Pam Smith a shout out. I mean, that lady, she is just cranking out stuff and doing craft fairs, and I, I am just thrilled to death for her.
It's the first time I picked up my needles all week.
I haven't touched mine in over 2 weeks, maybe
Friday. I managed to get some knitting. I'm doing that sweater, and it's going to be gorgeous when it finally gets done. But the only time I've done anything in the last 2 weeks was I worked on that sweater last Friday. and now I'm working on the washcloth. So, well, I know you've been busy too. So,
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
did you get a lot of washcloths and stuff done to sell at the greenhouse?
I think so. I have I don't know exactly how many there are, but I've got a big like boot box that I just kept dumping them
Throw them in
into.
there, huh?
And I know the boot box is full. How many I actually have, I don't know. I, I'm not going to worry about it too much because I mean, uh, greenhouse is pretty much going to be open right straight through until just before Christmas now.
Yeah.
You know, um, so and I really don't. At this point in my life, I don't want to do an Etsy store. I don't. You know, it's enough to just kind of sell here locally. Um, and I know there was a question from Amanda Kirkland, and she wanted to know, for those of you that work exclusively from home with your handmade biz, are you making a full time income? How long did it take you to get there?
That's a good question.
And you know, I, I, ge- I guess it all depends on what you need for a full time income. And she did come and clarify this. Um, she said ideally she'd like to make about 30 grand a year, but she could make it on less. Now, I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, but for one, selling locally here, I could never make 30 grand a year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Um, you know, there's a group that I belong to that is a group of Etsy sellers, and they're claiming to make big bucks. You know, they easily that $30,000 a year. But a lot of them are doing jewelry, and people will.
Pay more for that.
Yes, they will. People will spend more money on jewelry than they would on, say, something that was knit or crocheted.
Yeah.
Um, you know, jewelry is looked at as an art, while knit and crochet is still viewed as a hobby. You know,
Well, and there's a mindset too that, if you're going to go out and buy quality jewelry, it can be very expensive no matter where you get it from. You can buy a
exactly.
nice sweater, mass produced sweater, or what have you, at a store for a lot cheaper than somebody who hand knits it for you is going to be able to reasonably charge and still make money. So there's that too. I understand why these jewelry makers probably are doing really well on their Etsy stores or what have you, because yeah, people are willing to pay more for jewelry.
Yeah. And from what I've seen, and a lot of it rolls back to um, the people that really shouldn't be offering up bookkeeping advice. They'll show you, you know, what their numbers are for the month, um, and it, there's one woman who she actually sells finished items. She sells patterns. So here we've got a maker designer, and when you look at her numbers, she's supplementing that by creating courses.
So she's not being exactly what you would call honest about where her income is coming from.
Correct. Plus, she's got all kinds of affiliate income and ad income.
Well, at least she
Okay.
knows what to do, but that's, yeah.
So, as far as I'm concerned, that's kind of skewed. And actually, I just heard somebody pull up here in my driveway. So I'm going to cut this short. We will
Okay.
see you next Tuesday. Thank you for joining me, my dear. Everybody
Oh,
have a lovely week.
I will talk
Bye.
to you later. Bye bye.